All right, what's going on, guys? So let me just quickly introduce myself. My name is Manny G. Originally from New York City, born and raised, but just moved down to Miami. And really, what we're doing here is just helping people elevate in life. With this information, with the opportunity that we have here, I believe that it can help yours too. I've been here for 3 years. Working on myself. I got to the point where I have multiple streams of income, doing right now over $2 million in revenue and sales per year with my business. Already make six figures, pretty soon to, crack multiple six figures, potentially this week. And this call is going to be about how I got there, right? The tools I use, the mentorship I got, the education I got, the team I have, right? And so I want you guys to really pay close attention, give this your undivided attention and focus. And if you guys can, take out a notepad and pen and take some notes, right? Because if you apply this information, it can change your life. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and share with you multiple streams of income that we have on a platform. But the mindset that I want you guys to have is the mindset of an investor, right? See, there's a difference between being an employee and being an investor, obviously, right? But it's a mindset, right? Because most employees, they don't realize that they are trading their time for money, right? Even self-employed people, they're still employees for themselves, right? They're trading their time for a paycheck, for money, right? Physically speaking, which means that if they're not physically working, they're not making money, right? And second, they're limited to how much money they can make on an hourly basis. Most people are making 15, 20, 25, 30 bucks an hour, right? Even if you're making $50 an hour, you're going to be limited to that amount every single day, right? For the next God knows how long, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Most people don't even get to six figures in their entire lifetime, right? Per year. So, it's very important for us to change our mindset first before we start to attract the things that we want in life, because I know that we all want financial abundance, right? We want time freedom. We want to be able to follow our passions and spend more time with our families and travel and give back to the community and do more meaningful things. That's the whole purpose of life, right? To grow internally and to be able to impact the world in a positive way, right? So if you're having to work, 8, 10, 12, 16 hours a day for 15, 20 bucks an hour, you have two or three jobs, you're hustling all the time, and you live a life like that, it's going to be very hard for you to find yourself, right? And to really be who you were really meant to be, right? See, me, I have all the time in the world now, right? I go to the gym every day, maybe hit the jacuzzi, I go out, I travel every weekend to a different city, right? I'm pretty much, on my way there. There's a lot more to accomplish, right? But again, one thing that we teach here is to help people transition from the mindset of becoming an employee or of being an employee, because a lot of us are raised that way, right? To helping them transition to becoming an investor, right? Because what investors do is they don't trade their time for money, right? They're trading their money for more money, right? They're investing their money. They're putting their money to work for them. They don't work for their money, right? Every dollar is like an employee for them, right? Where they put a dollar into something to make more out of it, right? 20, 30, 40, 50%, 100% return on investment, which I'm going to show you how to do here, right? And then eventually you're going to create multiple streams of income, right? And these streams of income is what's going to, pay your bills and then some. It's going to allow you to quit your job. It's going to allow you to, pretty much do what you really want to do in life, right? Now the time is yours, right? Your bills are covered, right? And you have an abundance of wealth coming in. And that's what wealth really is, right? And we can help you get there. All right. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys. And I want to show you guys a couple streams of income that we have here. Okay. I'm actually going to emphasize on one, the most popular one that most people do, because um, you don't need you need zero experience for everything pretty much that we have here, and the learning curve is a lot less, right? So the profits are a lot faster, right? And I'm talking about HFX, right? But before I get into that, let's talk about the foreign exchange market. The foreign exchange market is the biggest market in the world. It's a lot bigger than the stock market, real estate market, the entertainment industry, the sports industry, the pharmaceutical industry. Is the biggest industry in the world, because over $7 trillion is traded every 24 hours, right? Which gives you an opportunity to come into the market and make yourself an extra 20 bucks a day, 50 bucks a day, 100 bucks a day, and more, depending on what you're willing to work hard for, right? And and you don't even need a lot of money to start trading, right? A lot of people have this idea, this stereotype that you need thousands of dollars to start trading, and that's not the truth. A lot of brokers today around the world um, allow you to start trading with as little as $10, right? With as little as $10. So if you have $10, listen up, because you have a huge opportunity here too, right? So HFX is high frequency Forex, which is based on time, right? Not distance, but time. Okay, which means that every trade has a timer, and within that timer, you're gonna know if you lost or won that trade, right? And all you're doing is just following the educators. I'll get into this a little bit more in a second. And then you have DCX. This is the cryptocurrency industry. You know, a lot of you guys know what Bitcoin is. If you had invested into Bitcoin years ago, you'd probably be a millionaire right now. I started investing into this when I first came to the company 3 years ago in 2017, 18. And I made a really good income, decided to quit my job. I used to work on Wall Street, selling softwares to franchises all over the country. Before that, I was in school studying psychology. Before that, I was in the military, Marine Corps. And now this is pretty much what I focus on. A lot of it is on DCX as well as HFX. And then you have e-commerce, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys buy stuff online all the time. I buy stuff on Amazon every single day, right? It's pretty bad, but e-commerce gives you the package here with ECX gives you an opportunity to create your own Amazon.com store, right? Your own online store through Shopify, Amazon, drop shipping. And so the way we do it is through drop shipping, where you don't have to purchase a product, you don't have to see the product, you're just a middleman, the middle person, right, between the customer and the wholesale company that's going to ship the items to the customer on your behalf. So I'll get into this a little bit more later, right? And yeah, so let me actually share with you guys. HFX is really what I want to focus on right now, because that right there is what's allowing people to win, and just win and win and win. And like, it's just the results are crazy. So let's go to, okay, let's go to, give me a second. Let me log in real quick. Okay, here we go. All right, cool. So where's my screen? Okay, perfect. All right, cool. So the way HFX works is the educators, they're going to be telling you when to buy and sell, right? So you're literally just listening and copying and pasting what they tell you to do. Specifically, one of the first things they're going to tell you to do is to pick a currency pair to the left. You see all the currency pairs from around the world that you get to trade. And the percentage payout is to the right of the pair, the currency pair that you're trading, right? So as a return on investment, for every trade that you take, you're going to be making anywhere from 60% all the way up, as high as 90%, right, per trade, right? And in between 85%, 67%, 82%, 75%. Right now, EUR USD is doing 75%, right? EUR USD is doing 75%, which means that if I set up a timer of 1 minute, right, 1 minute, right, and I'm investing $10 for that 1 minute trade, right, I am going to if I win, I'm going to profit. I'm going to get back my $10 plus an additional profit of $7.50, because $7.50 is 75% of $10. Okay. If I lose, I only lose that $10, right? And the goal is to win more than you lose. And that's how you grow and compound your account, right? So I'm going to take an example trade. I'm not making any analysis here. I'm going to just give you an example of how to lose or win, right? But how to really take the trade. So after you set up the timer of 1 minute, you set up how much you want to invest on this one trade. I'm gonna just invest, $1, right? For EUR USD, 75% payout. Let's say that the educator on the live webinars, the live classes and trading sessions that we do around the world with thousands of people, you're gonna be hopping on them, right? Let's say that the educator there tells you to buy the market, right? what we're going to do is buy the market. So let's say that, the price drops, right? And then I decide to, take a buy right there, right? I just took a buy right there at 1.17163, right? Which means that if the price goes up, I win the trade. If the price goes down, I lose the trade by the time the 1 minute timer expires. Now, I probably have maybe 15 seconds or 45 seconds left, 30 seconds left, something like that, right? So if the price stays below that green line, I lose $1. If it goes above the green line by the time the 1 minute timer expires, then I get my dollar back. I get my dollar back plus an additional 75 cents. So that's $1.75. It looks like it wants to stay there. And yes, so I lost $1 on that trade, and that's how it works. And then it goes up. Look at that. So if I would have waited an extra 2 seconds, I would have won that trade, right? So the goal is to find the perfect entry. The perfect entry is going to be given by the educator, right? These people are millionaires. Those are the people that you want to follow in this platform. That's who we follow every single day. And as long as you're doing that, you're going to be winning, over 60, 70, 80, in some cases, 100% of your trades just by following these people consistently every single day. Okay. So yeah, that was actually a decent trade. It's just I needed more time, right? So that's how that works. Now we have another software for cryptocurrency that I love very much, right? It's called Swipecoin, right? So this is a software that tells you when to buy, when to sell. As you can see here, it says sell, buy, right? You're not just following the sell and buy signals though, right? You have to follow certain other rules. So you have, instructions here, break and close at this price, buy valid, sell valid if it breaks or close below this price, right? And then you have the EMA, the orange line, price has to be above it, right? Uptrending market, right? So you're only looking for buys no matter what the software says, right? So it's basic stuff that you're going to learn in the academy. And once you learn it, you're literally going to be able to open up your laptop and travel the world and make money and do whatever you want, right? I literally have people here within weeks, within months, making what some people make in a whole week, right? In some cases, in a whole month, in a whole 6 months, in a whole, it's pretty ridiculous, but it's possible, right? It's just like learning how to play a new sport. You practice every day, eventually you get better. Okay, another software that I want to show you guys is Cash Trap with an Hourglass. .im. This is one of the most popular softwares the company has for HFX, right? This right here also tells you when to buy and sell with a couple of rules that you have to follow. And as long as you're following that, you're going to be good to go. This is something that a lot of students I see using within the first few weeks and completely crushing it, winning a lot, and seeing a lot of great success and results from using the software. But most importantly, spending the time and putting in the effort and the hours, right, to learning how to use the software, right, by going to the live webinars and learning what these educators have to show, and asking questions and practicing every single day. If you do that, then you're going to eventually make more than what you're currently making, right? It's happening to people all over the world, right? You just have to apply yourself. All right. So that's the software here, Hourglass, right? Which you're going to have access to as well. And then for the live mentorship, this is it right here, right? So there's an academy, like a prerequisite courses that you have to take, which literally takes you like a couple days to finish. That's just to learn the terminology, the basics, all that stuff is going to be taught in there. Let me just switch this over. And then once you go in here, you're going to select your language, right? We have many different languages here. There's over 300,000 students around the world, in this platform, students like active right now trading, 90% of which are specifically just using the products, right? And the mentorship by the educators in about 17 different languages. So, obviously English is probably your language. And so these are the top educators up for the week, right? They have a lot of views. So for example, Millie Mills, she's the top educator. She's been for like a few months now. And right now she's teaching about 189,000 students around the world on a weekly basis, right? So, for example, Matthew Thayer, he teaches about 127,000 people per week. Taylor Marks, 70,000, 45,000 for DL Woods, and 43,000 for Kimberly Torres. And it switches, every week because, sometimes people come out with different products, different strategies, different results, and different things, which, kind of drives the market. And so these are people literally all over the world tuning in. And this is just one language, right? So you get to participate in that as well. Now, for HFX, right, let's just go over HFX. This is where you're going to be uh, organizing your schedule, your work schedule with this schedule. So you have sessions literally all day, every day that you get to watch and participate and learn from and trade with, right? And these are the people that you're going to be following. Okay. Once you're in, we're gonna give you like a consultation and mentor you as to who to follow and who to focus on. Okay. Now let's go to FRX. FRX, there's even more people there. This is, basically people teaching you different um, trading strategies, different softwares, different style of trading on MT4. Anastasia, as you can see here, she's actually my personal client. Like I brought her in and taught her how to trade. She's from Poland. And over in Europe, I actually have hundreds, close to 1,000 students out there right now myself. Um, and so Anastasia is one of them, right? And she's an educator, and her results are in the six figures, right? And then you have Manny Quinones, who's my sponsor. He's the guy that brought me in 3 years ago. He's already cleared $2 to $3 million over the last few years that he's been trading. He's been trading for about maybe 6, 7, 8 years. And this is pretty much everyone else. Lizaldo, he's one of my mentors as well. He teaches a very easy to learn strategy that's extremely easy. And he goes live pretty much 3 times a week. And there's so many other people. I learned a lot from Warren Wright. He's one of my top educators. And it just keeps on going. So you have access to all of this, right? You have access to all of this. And then for DCX cryptocurrency, you have access to people teaching you all this stuff as well. So you got Jason Brown, one of my mentors. The guy, he's an 8-figure earner, not a 7-figure earner, but an 8-figure earner, right? And then you have Curtis Cobain, a 7-figure trader, investor as well in the crypto world, a very knowledgeable. Ivan Paychecks, Crypto Picasso, Nick Gomez, amazing people to learn from. Crypto Picasso is actually live right now. Um, Let's see. So
I feel like
this
we
here
are
is him talking about the
are
market
leaving this kind of
psychology,
like
the
clump
different
in a sense
waves
before
and
we go
levels
parabolic.
psychologically that people
So I
go
really want to
through
explain that to
as
everybody
the
that
market is going up and down.
don't
So
let your emotions
you
get
have
the
the
best of
chat
you.
box
Let's trade
to the
this. Let's
right here.
profit.
Let me pause that. You have the chat box to the right here where people ask questions, they share information, they're talking to each other. And you get to learn from these people as well. Everything is recorded here, right? So you can go to favorite sessions and watch whatever it is that he saved for you to watch, right? And then he labels it so that you can really, go through it and learn from him. Okay, so this is all it here, and it's the same for pretty much all the 200 educators that we have in the company, right? So definitely leverage that. And yes, so I'll get into the pricing in a little bit, but um, actually, let me go ahead and share my other screen. So what I do want to do is I want you guys to understand that stuff like this, mentorship like this, normally costs thousands of dollars, right? Like very successful, wealthy people, when they hire a mentor, they hire them for thousands of dollars, right? Because these mentors are millionaires, right? Mentors we have here are millionaires, right? So, like when it comes to stuff like that, it's pretty normal for you to pay college tuition, right? For stuff like this, right? A lot of people pay, tens of thousands of dollars uh, to uh, to um, to learn different to learn any subject in college to get a degree after 4 years of doing that, right? To learn history and math and science and trigonometry and the elements on a periodic table for 4 years to then expect to get a job after that. And most times they don't get a job after that, right? They settle for a job, right? They settle for something that they don't like, making what they don't want to make, maybe 20 bucks an hour, 30 bucks an hour, and that's pretty much where they stay because now they have bills, they have to pay their debt off, they create a family, and pretty much they're stuck, right? Well, even if that's already happened, that's okay. I've been there. I was in school myself, worked in Wall Street, right, doing consulting, and then went from a 9 to 5 to this. I transitioned, right? That transition is going to be very important for you because you're going to have to distance yourself from certain friends and family, and just surround yourself by the right people, right? Surround yourself by the right people so that we can program you and recondition your mindset, help you unlearn a lot of the beliefs that you've learned your entire lifetime over the last 20, 30 years, right? That your parents taught you, that your teachers, your professors taught you, that your favorite celebrities and rappers and singers and artists and, actresses and actors taught you, movies and music, politicians, the media taught you, right? All that stuff is creating the you today, right? So what you need to do is become very conscious and aware of this, right? And start, if you want something that a mentor has, the lifestyle, the success, the opportunity to be able to give back to their family, to travel the world, to follow their passions, they have time freedom. If you want that, right? And you see that we have that, and you see that there's a lot of mentorship here, like I just showed you, with seven-figure traders and earners and investors and leaders, right? Then what you're going to want to do is start associating yourself with people like that, right? Or people that are getting there, right? And you do that by joining a platform, by joining a team of people that are vibrating at that frequency, right? And then distance yourself from everyone else. And then over time, you're going to grow and learn and become a whole new person and change, right? And then your environment, your outside world is going to change as a result of you changing internally, right? So it's very important that you guys understand that, because that's the underlying factor, the common denominator between everything that you do to reach success, right? In your relationship, in business, in finance, in health, and psychology, anywhere, right? So with that being said, you're not coming in here, right, to just make money, right, to just build businesses, multiple streams of income online, right? You're coming here to change your life. To change your life, you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in your life, right? But we're not charging 20,000, 10,000 like most people do to go to college, right? To come in here, to invest here, right? It's actually just $325. That's a little over $10 per day. That's literally like $10.50 per day that you're investing into yourself, right? For you to, experience, quantum leaps in your life, to experience a higher level of, mindset, life, emotions, feelings, and just energy around you, right? It's much more than just making money, right? You're going to make that 100%, but you have to grow internally in order for you to make more, right? For $325 your first month, and then your second month, 275. It's month to month, no contracts, there's no fees, cancel anytime you like, right? It's 100% worth it, okay, to invest in yourself this much, right? You get access to pretty much, all of the trading platforms or the e-commerce platform, helping you build stores online. I recommend, FRX, the foreign exchange, HFX, DCX, cryptos, all that stuff, all in one is 325. Or if you want to just focus on one of those three, right, then the price drops by about $100, right? So the price drops to $235, right? And then you get to do FRX, HFX, or DCX. I recommend HFX. That's what most people do, right? The learning curve is a lot easier, results a lot faster, right? We can literally get you paid by today, right? So it's $235 the first month, and then the second month and thereafter it's 175 month to month to month. There's no contracts, no fees, right? And if you divide $175 divided by 30 days, guys, that comes out to a little over $5 per day, right? That's less than a Starbucks coffee, right? For you to invest yourself that much to get this type of return on investment, um, it's just common sense, right? So yeah, so again, no contracts, no fees, cancel anytime you like, right? But you also get this for free if you want to waive the 175. All you have to do is refer enough people to find two that want to be active, that want to start doing this, right? And as soon as you refer or invite to these calls as many people as possible, and you find your two customers, three customers, right? Then what's going to happen is that the company waives the 175 for you, and you won't have to pay that, right? And then if you continue inviting people to calls like this, which is pretty much all we do, invite people to calls like this so that they can see the information. Um, as more people enroll, the company pays you a residual income. It's completely optional. You don't have to do that. 90% of the company trades only, right? I do both. Some of us do both, right? And I do this because people are more important than profits, right? I'm here to serve the world, to help the world grow, right? To put people onto this, right? To change people's lives, right? And yeah, and so that's pretty much what I've been doing for 3 years. I grew my team to over 1,200 customers now, and growing to a lot more than that. And I've helped thousands, make money, even if it's just $100, like make something out of this, right? And you guys can too. You can impact your family, your friends, your community. This is for anybody, but it's not for everybody, right? Some people just don't have the right mindset for it, right? And you cannot, be attached. You have to let them go, right? They have to go through their own journey. The universe is going to bring to them whatever they attract, right? You're just there as the messenger, right? Letting people know that there's an opportunity here that can literally change your entire life. Like how I live now, my apartment, 28th floor penthouse is different, right? Is different, right? And it's possible for you too. You just need to believe that, right? A lot of us don't believe that we can actually achieve these things, but you actually can. And I know it because I was there where you are right now, right? So with that being said, as an independent business owner, right, you get to start, now you have a business, a 1099 contract that you can write off a whole bunch of stuff, cell phone, gas, trips, hotels, flights, clothes, all that stuff you get to write off. And at the same time, the company is paying you a residual income. After your third person, the company pays you $150 a month, but it pays out every Friday. So that comes out to $37.50 every Friday, right? And then at P600, now you have 12 subscribers in your team. The company's paying you $600 a month. That's $150 every Friday, plus bonuses on top of that, right? So you're making over $7,000 a year added to your income, right? Your boss is not going to just give you a $7,000 raise because you asked for it, right? Maybe, I don't know, right? But the point is, we can help you get there on a residual basis where you don't have to put in, an extra 10 hours a week, 40 hours a month to make an extra $600 a month, right? And the 12 subscribers, you don't need to bring in all of them, right? You can literally bring in 3, 4, 5 of them. The rest of them are going to come from your upline or from your downline, right? From your team or from your mentors, right? And it all counts towards everyone because it's a push and pull business, right? It all comes from the revenue that you're creating for the company, right? The revenue that I'm creating for the company is over $2 million per year, right? And from that, a lot of us get paid 6 figures, 5 figures, 4 figures, 3 figures, right? On a monthly basis or on a yearly basis, right? And you get to participate in that as well. A lot of celebrities do this. A lot of influencers on Instagram do this. On YouTube, they do this a whole lot, right? And these people are making millions of dollars. You were just taught wrong. You were just taught that the only way to make a lot of money is to go to college and get a job, right? Or to open up a restaurant, a clothing store, a gym, or something like that, where you need to take out a 250,000 or 500,000, loan from the bank, right, to open up a business, which most of the time fail. Most businesses, 90% of businesses close within 5 years. Half of them close within their first year, right? So, that stuff does not work. Like what's working is what the government, society, TV, your parents aren't teaching you, right? This is what very successful people are doing. Okay. A lot of influencers online are doing this left and right, right? You just need to, get the information and operate in it, surround yourself by the right people, right? So they can start believing in this stuff more, right? And then realizing like, wow, like I've been missing out, right? Just that's what you got to do, guys. At 30 people now, you're making $1,000 a month. That's $12,000 a year. That's $250 every Friday, right? At 225 subscribers, now you're making $5,000 a month. My mother, she's about to hit $5,000 a month. Right now, she's at Platinum 2,000. She's about to be a Platinum 5,000, guys, right? My account's about to hit Chairman 10, right? I'm already qualified for Chairman 25, guys. Pretty soon I'm going to be making 25, 30, $35,000 a month, plus my other accounts. I have an account for my mom, for my dad, for my sister, right? I manage their portfolios, right? I trade, I invest, right? You get to create a lot of streams of income in here, right? My mentor, he just graduated from Chairman 50 to Chairman 100. He went from making 50K plus bonuses on a monthly basis to now making over 100,000 plus bonuses, which comes out to 125,000 per month, right? And he's one of the top educators in the company. He's been trading for 8 years, right? Like the opportunities here, my other mentors, Darwin, Emery, they're making $250,000 per month plus bonuses, so over 300,000 on a monthly basis, right? That's $10,000 a day, right? Like residually, like they can literally decide to stop working, right? One of them, his brother passed away unfortunately, and he took off for 6 months, and he's still getting paid $300,000 a month, right? So you guys get to do the same thing, right? You just got to give it time. Most of these people, they've been working at this for close to 8 years, right, since the company started. 2013, right? And it keeps on going. My mentors, they're way past Chairman 500. They're at Chairman 750, right? Making $750,000 a month. The top income of all the top income earners in the world, the top 10, we hold 7 spots, right? With all the companies around the world, right? The top 10 income earners in this company, we hold 7 spots. And we're only at 300,000 students, right? Some of these companies have a million, 2, 3 million customers, right? Imagine when we get to 1 million, to 2 million, to 3 million, right? We're pretty much close to already touching, $700 million in revenue on a yearly basis, right? What do you think we're headed to, right? This is an opportunity for you to change not only your life, but the life of your family, your kids, your future, everything around you, right? So definitely take advantage of it. What you got to do now is go back to the person that referred you to this call and get started. They're going to send you a special link for a discount, right? If you take advantage of this discount immediately, then you're going to benefit from it and get a discount, be able to come in. We're going to mentor you and help you set everything up for you, right? And welcome you to the family. All right. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hopping on and watching this video. For the people live right now, thanks for hopping on. Appreciate you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys at the bank or at the beach, because that's where I'm going to be. Talk to you soon, guys. Peace.